What's up, third graders? Today's lesson is working on renaming zero numbers before subtracting. Alright, let's get it cracking. First, let's use base 10 blocks to show what we mean by renaming a zero number. Here we have 300. We can represent 300 using 3 hundreds or 3 flats from our base 10 blocks. Now, when we rename a number, all we're doing is unbundling 100 into 10 tens. So we're going to take one of our hundreds and turn it into 10 tens. Now 100 is equal to 10 tens. So when we do this, we aren't changing the value of our number, we're simply looking at it in a different way. So 300 is the same as 2 hundreds and 10 tens. So we can cross out the 3 and make it a 2 for our 200s. We can cross out 0 and make it a 10 for our 10 tens. Now we can rename our number again by unbundling 110 and turning it into 10 ones. Again, we're not changing the value of the number when we do this, we're just looking at it in a different perspective. So now we can say that 300 is the same as 2 hundreds, 9 tens, and 10 ones. Let's try this one more time with the number 600. So we can start out by representing 600 with 6 flats or 6 of our hundreds. And to rename it, we're going to unbundle one of our hundreds into 10 tens. So 600 is the same as 5 hundreds and 10 tens. We can rename it one more time by unbundling one of our tens into 10 ones. So 600 is the same as 5 hundreds, 9 tens, and 10 ones. Now, why do we even need to rename zero numbers? Here's why. Because when we need to subtract from a zero number, we need to be able to rename it or regroup it before we subtract. So let's try this with 400 minus 256. Can't take 6 away from 0, so first we have to rename 400. So we'll take one of our hundreds and turn it into 10 tens. Then we'll take one of our tens and turn it into 10 ones. Now we can subtract by place value. 10 minus 6 is 4, 9 minus 5 is 4, 3 minus 2 is 1, so our answer is 144. Let's rename a zero number one more time before we subtract. So 700 minus 392. Again, we can't take 2 away from 0 or 9 away from 0, so we have to first rename or regroup 700. So we borrow from our hundreds and turn it into 10 tens. And then we borrow from our tens and turn it into 10 ones. That leaves us with 6 hundreds, 9 tens, and 10 ones. Now we can subtract by place value. 10 minus 2 is 8, 9 minus 9 is 0, and 6 minus 3 is 3. So our answer is 308. So remember, when you have a zero number that you're subtracting from, first you must rename or regroup it before you subtract. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Created using Powtoon.